and Tenali Rama went into a haystack first, and then over that this whole hill of wood and ghee and camphor was built, and then set fire. 3 days it was kept burning. After 3 days, nothing but ashes were there. Tenali Rama disappeared. Your physical body is here. What you call as your mind is out here. What is you is away from this. Once this little space between you and the activity of the mind, between you and the activity of the body arises within you, now mind is no more a mess. It is a great symphony, it is a tremendous possibility, it can take you to great heights. If we campaign hard enough, we can make you worship anything, we can make you hate anything, we can make you love anything, we can make you give up your life for anything. "500 years ago, there was a city of my forefathers who were kings in that area. This city was the richest city on the planet 500 years ago. Please look it up, it's called Hampi. And suddenly one day Krishna Devaraya fell ill. That was the king's name. He fell ill. And physicians came and examined him in many ways, but they couldn't figure out what is wrong with him. But he was sinking away. Nearly at the doors of death, then he called for his friend and advisor, whose name was Tenali Ramakrishna. Tenali came, and he's no physician. He didn't know what to do. So the king sought his help, but he doesn't know what to do, he's not a physician. So confused, he walked away into the town and he was walking around in the marketplace. Then he saw a man with a very long face, in great misery and angst. Tenali went up to him, "Hey, what's wrong? Why are you looking like this?" He said, "I am in the sandalwood business. Because a large stock was available somewhere, I took a huge debt and bought this entire sandalwood. Now if I don't sell quickly, I will be finished. People who have lent me money are not going to leave me alive. The only way I can sell this sandalwood is the king must die. When kings died, always the cremation was done with sandalwood. Nobody else can afford it. So he said, unless the king dies, I'm finished." Tenali looked at him, the intensity of his misery and angst. He said, "Wait a minute." He went home, got the money and he bought all the sandalwood. The man was very happy and the king recovered. It's not a joke. You must understand, in moments of anger, in moments of hatred, in moments of fear and angst, your mind becomes one-pointed. A one-pointed mind is something that nobody can stop. Right now, everybody is in this mode, can't point at anything. Because of that is one big confusion. If you have a one-pointed mind, there is nothing which can stop that. This was one of the important aspects of Gautama's expression, that he brought this into people's lives. You can take charge of your life if you take charge of your mind. I'm asking you also, if you take charge of your psychological process, you being blissful, is it a challenge? No. You're trying to take charge of somebody else's mind. One day, Shankaran Pillai and his wife went to the marriage counselor. So Shankaran Pillai introduced and said, we really have a wonderful marriage because we have such a fantastic partnership, and I'm the silent one. So this whole process of rising above the mind, which means a Buddha, becoming a Buddha, you must understand that's not his name is Gautama Siddhartha. Buddha is a state. That means if you're above your intellect, you're a Buddha. If you're in the intellect, you're a non-stop suffering human being. If you're below the intellect, we can call you a Buddhu. So, as evolution, as creatures, we were below the intellect. Slowly, we evolved into the intellect. Now if you want to evolve above the intellect, it needs a conscious effort. Don't wait for Mother Earth to do it for you. It may happen after 1,000,000 years, but you won't be there. You should download an app that we have, it's a free app, anybody can download, it's called Sadhguru app. Here there is a practice called Isha Kriya. This is a simple way of bringing awareness to what is your body and what is you, what is your mind and what is you. Once there is a tiny little bit of space between you and your body, between you and your mind, this is the end of suffering. In South, there was a king called Krishna-Devaraya, and he also had not a minister but a jester, Tenali Rama Krishna. One day, Krishna-Devaraya was having a haircut. The royal barber was giving him a haircut. He was civilized, not… And a crow came and sat there and started doing its usual caca. The barber stopped the haircut with arresting attention, just started listening to the crow. Krishna-Devaraya looked at him and said, "What is this? What are you listening to the crow? As if you can understand what the crow is saying." He said, "Wait, your majesty, wait, he has a message." And very carefully heard it for a long time and then shook his head. Krishna-Devaraya became very curious. "What is this? You understand the crows?" "Yes." "What is he saying?" "Your majesty, this crow has come as a messenger of your forefathers from heaven. And what he is saying is that they are in heaven and uncared for. Above all, there is nobody to entertain them. There is nobody to keep them happy. They are there, everything is physically taken care of, but there is nobody to entertain them. So they're really longing for some help from you. That's why they've sent this crow as a messenger. We must send somebody to heaven to entertain your forefathers. How can we leave them like that unentertained? Your forefathers." Krishna-Devaraya immediately became very emotional. My forefathers are bored and suffering because of lack of attention and entertainment? I must send the best entertainment. So let's see who is the best dancer, who is the best musician, who is the best whatever, all this. Then a few other courtiers arrived and all of them said, "Oh, your majesty, if you are willing, I am willing to go, but I can't sing for nuts. But if you want me to go and serve your forefathers, I will go to heaven and serve right now." Like this they built it up. But then they said, "No, for your forefathers, we must send the best of the best." How can we send? A musician, how long can he entertain you? If you hear him for 2 days, you're finished with him. If you send a dancer, how long? If you see him for a few days, you're finished with him. We must send somebody who can keep them continuously entertained. Who better than Tenali Ramakrishna? He can keep your forefathers forever entertained because he's so ingenious. He's the best guy. Krishna Deva Raya also agreed, there is nobody like Tenali Ramakrishna. He is the best entertainment. I wouldn't like to part with him, but my forefathers… He was in emotion. He said, yes, we will send Tenali Ramakrishna. Then Tenali Ramakrishna was called and he heard the story as to how he should go to heaven to serve the forefathers. Immediately he took on the act. Oh, Your Majesty, I'm more than willing. This is such a honor, I'm going. I also know this whole thing, how to go. The barber had also received instructions as to how to send a man to heaven. The crow instructed how to send a man to heaven. They said, you must make the man sitting facing south, and then you must get lot of sandalwood, camphor and ghee. The heap should raise well above an elephant, a full-grown elephant, and it should be only sandalwood, pure ghee and camphor. And keep the man inside, build this whole heap and then set fire to it. As it goes, this fire should burn for a minimum of 3 days, and then the man will evaporate and go to heaven and serve the forefathers. Tenali Ramakrishna said, this is the correct method, this is the best way. I will go and serve your forefathers. It is just that, let me make the preparation. I want to purify my body and my mind and everything before I go there. I want to take off all the doshas in me. Give me just 30 days' time. A grand site was prepared, a huge thing going on. Tenali Ramakrishna personally went and supervised the whole process. And he only set up this whole thing with his trusted labor. He created the whole site the way he wants it. Krishna Deva Raya was moved with Tenali Ramakrishna's dedication towards his forefathers that he is willing to go to heaven. The day came and Tenali Ramakrishna went into a haystack first, and then over that this whole hill of wood and ghee and camphor was built and then set fire. 3 days it was kept burning. After 3 days, nothing but ashes were there. Tenali Ramakrishna disappeared. Many months passed, Krishna Deva Raya wondered what is happening to his forefathers because the damn crow did not come again and tell what is happening. Every day when the crows came, he asked the barber, what are they saying, what are they saying? This is not the crow, this is just an ordinary crow, not the messenger crow. After 8 months, one day, when Krishna Deva Raya was in the full assembly of the court, Tenali Rama arrived with long hair and a long beard. And he bowed down to Krishna Deva Raya, and Krishna Deva Raya was overjoyed that Tenali Rama has come back from heaven. And he said, what is happening? Are my forefathers well? Did you keep them happy? I kept them very happy, they've been splitting in their sides with my jokes, they're really enjoying everything. It is just that they have one problem, Your Majesty. What is that? He said, there are no barbers in heaven. Look at me. Even I couldn't have a shave. And your forefathers, for so many years, they're tripping on their own beards. It's become really difficult that they're carrying long beards around their neck and they're really having a problem. They need a good barber. We must send the best barber. Of course, the best one is the royal one. Krishna Deva Raya immediately said, I will send my personal barber. The barber quaked. Then he came and fell at Krishna Deva Raya's feet and admitted, I did this horrible thing. Why I'm saying this to you is, once you're identified with something, your perception gets so distorted from the day you are born. To increase your identity with your family, your parents have been campaigning how you belong to them and what. To increase your loyalty to your community and caste and creed and religion, other people have been campaigning. To increase your loyalty and you're even willing to die for your country, some other people are campaigning. On different levels, people are constantly campaigning to ensure that you're deeply, deeply identified with something so that you will serve those purposes. Nobody wants you to be a liberated human being because they're afraid of freedom. They believe that if one is free, he may do irresponsible things. Only because one is not free, he does irresponsible things. If one is truly free, why will he do anything irresponsible? Why will he do anything harmful? He is not free in his mind, that is why he does desperate things, isn't it? He is too identified with himself and nothing else, so he can harm somebody else. If he is not even identified with this one, there is no harm coming out of such a human being. It cannot come out of him. So because of these campaigns, you get so identified and everything gets distorted. We can run a campaign to make you believe just about anything. I want you to know this. If we campaign hard enough, we can make you worship anything, we can make you hate anything, we can make you love anything, we can make you give up your life for anything. It is just that we have to work on your identification. How strong is your identity? That is how much you go, isn't it? Once your intellect is identified, mind is no more a harmonious circus, it's a mess of a circus. The whole system of yoga, the technology of yoga is only towards this. Right now, what we are offering as inner engineering is fundamentally just this. It's not a teaching, it is not a philosophy, it is not an ideology or a belief system or a religion. It is just a technology to create a distinction. If you go into these processes, what they're doing to you is just this. If you sit here, your physical body is here. What you call as your mind is out here. What is you is away from this. Once this little space between you and the activity of the mind, between you and the activity of the body arises within you, now mind is no more a mess. It is a great symphony, it is a tremendous possibility, it can take you to great heights. If this distinction is not there, it is this distinction which unfortunately got misinterpreted as non-attachment or detachment. Yes, you must detach yourself from your body experientially, not detaching yourself from family or people or whatever else from life around you. That's very easy. When they become inconvenient, you can detach yourself. Then a divorce is a detachment, isn't it? A divorce is not a detachment. Detachment means that you have disentangled yourself from the process that you call as body, from the process that you call as mind, because both these things are an accumulation from outside. This body you gathered… How did you gather this? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner and snack. How did you accumulate the mind? All the impressions that you received through the five sense organs became the mind. So these two accumulations, if you have to gather so much accumulation, naturally there must be something more fundamental than that within you, or what you call as yourself, should be something little more than the accumulation that you gathered. So once this distinction arises within you, once you liberate your mind from being identified with anything, then mind is a miracle. Mind is a spectacular circus, not a mess.